The Duke of Cambridge spoke with pride last week at the summit in Glasgow about the work being undertaken by the finalists and winners of his inaugural Earthshot Prize awards. One green entrepreneur being promoted by Prince William is Sam Tyker, who spoke to U.S. Special Presidential Envoy for Climate John Kerry. Mr. Tyker, who is working to save coral reefs from damage, also got to speak to the Prime Ministers of Australia and the Bahamas. Speaking to People magazine, Mr. Tyker said, "It wasn't just a case of please meet these people and do your own thing. He was hauling them over to come to talk to us. He was making sure they were there to help us." Mr. Tyker helms Bahamas-based company Coral Vita along with his colleague Gator Halper. The company uses novel ways to grow coral and rebuild nature's natural sea defenses. The company took top honors in the Revive Our Oceans category, going on to win $1.3 million from Earthshot to develop their project over the next 10 years. According to Tyker, the Prince, 39, was asking the Prime Ministers and Envoy Kerry how Tyker and Halpern could help their specific needs, telling him, "You make those asks and listen to SAT." Speaking about Prince William's communicative method at the COP26 summit, Mr. Tyker said that the Duke of Cambridge cut through traditional protocol. Mr. Tyker said, "He was incredibly direct and forthcoming and generous. His ability to cut through traditional protocol and just be very direct so solutions that are desperately needed can be implemented right away, or at least much more rapidly, is pretty incredible." However, new analysis reveals that the pledges from world leaders at the climate summit COP26 are nowhere near the goals of limiting global temperature rise. The analysis calculates that the world is heading for 2.4°C of warming. This is far more than the 1.5°C limit that the nations of the world are committed to. According to the Climate Action Tracker, CAT, the COP26 talks have a massive credibility, action and commitment gap. The Glasgow summit is seen as crucial for curbing climate. The analysis has slightly improved as at the Paris Climate Summit in 2015. Climate Action Tracker estimated the policies put the planet on track to warm by 3.6°C. Greenpeace International's executive director Jennifer Morgan said, "This new calculation is like a telescope trained on an asteroid heading for Earth. It's a devastating report that in any sane world would cause governments in Glasgow to immediately set aside their differences and work with uncompromising vigor for a deal to save our common future."